Welcome back to my channel, my dear friends. In the previous section, we have discussed about arithmetic operation page. In this section, we will discuss about the what are the relational operators. These are the relational operators, whereas there are six types of relational operators. Is equals to is double equal to is an operator, and which is not equals to, and greater than or greater than, and less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. Okay, the C syntax also similar to the operators in the relational operator. These are the six relational operators we used in the C syntax. This is the C syntax. While writing our code, we will use these syntaxes for the operators, relational operators. Let us see this. In C, if the relation is true, it returns true. If C, if the relation is false, then it returns value 0. Whereas in the Python language, it the relation between will be true, then the output will be true. If false, then the output will be false. In C, it returns 1 or 0 value. Okay. This is the one example for the relational operator, whereas greater than or equal. The flow of this code is in the form of flowchart. Whereas we should start the index. While starting, it include slash include stdio.h means all it includes the standard input output file header files. After that, it starts with the int main. Okay, always the program it starts with the int main in the C. Whereas according to the libraries. Okay. Next, we should initially install a float input, whereas we are comparing the two digits of the float, so that integer data type is float. So we will write float, whereas float of a comma b. Here we declare the a comma b, whereas input a and input 1 is and input 2 is. Float a is a variable a is declared as input 1, and variable b is declared as input 2, whereas it is in the form of float values. Okay, the float a and b are declared here. Okay, after that, the int of result, whereas our output should be in the format of integers, so int of result will be given as a variable. Here the result is the variable name. The value will be according to the, if a is greater than b, then the value will be 0. Okay, returns, it prints the value. We should write either boolean means true or false, either true or false. The result should be a is greater than b. If true, it will print the result as true. If false, the result will be false. Let's see. Means here, if it is true, the result will be 1. If it is false, the result will be 0. Let's see, check. Scan percentile f, where a percentile f is a float data type. For the percentile f, we use percentile f float because it is a float. For integer, percentile d. Whereas percentile f for ampersand a and percentile f for ampersand b. One second. This. Whereas result is equals to, whereas we'll declare the result as a variable. For that variable, we are writing the expression. Whereas result is equals to a greater than b. We use it with parenthesis or without parenthesis also. Okay. If a is greater than b, then the output will be true. Means 1. If greater than, if less than b, then the output will be 0. Let's see, check the output. This is an input 3.4 and 5, whereas a value is 3.4 and b value is 5. Whereas int of result, where b value is 5 means 5.0 because it is a float format. Int of result means it converts it into the result, whereas integer format. Scanf of, it scans 3.4 at a ampersand a, and scans 5 at the ampersand B. It scanf means it scans the user input. Okay. The result is equals to A is greater than B. Whereas if A is greater than B, then the result will be 1. If less than B, then the result will be 0. Why? Because see this clearly float A and B or these are declared variables. For that variable the int of result, whereas A should be in the float format and B should be in the float format, and result will be it is in the data type of integer. Okay, integer is a whether 0 is an integer type, output will be integer. Scanf means it scans 3.4 as and ampersand and F is a float format. 3.4 is in float form. But 5 is in not float format. It takes as 5.0 as a float format. Okay. Then the result will be 0. Why? Because 3.4 is not greater than B. 3.4 is not greater than 5. So that the result will be false. False means it prints 0. If true, then it prints 1. Check this. 5 is greater than B. it it takes it is similar process. If 5 is greater than 3.4, then the output result will be true, then the output will be 1. It is in the format of int because we declare the int as the result. Okay, next, this is the precedency means it is associated with from left to right, left to right. Okay, and precedency is preference. Preference first we prefer this, then after that this means. Let us see one example. This is one example. Here these are the first preference. Precedence means it prefer first this one. If it is included any of this one, first of all we should do this again, then we should do this. Okay, then is 5 is greater than 4. Yes. Is 4 is greater than 3? Yes. See this. Here we can observe first we should see if the less than preference, then the output should be true. Here the preference is not equals to. So true. It is an or not is in the format of integer. So it is in the format of result will be 0. Okay. Here the preference is first of all greater mouth open, and second greater than or equal to, and third less than or equal to, like this. This is the first preference left to right. Okay, so that the output will be 0. See this, these are the relational operators of operation. Next, can I, this the process will be like this. The result will be 5 greater than or 4 and 4 is greater than 3. Let's say grouping based on the associate. Okay, first of all we should assign greater than symbol first to, it becomes true, and again it, if it is true, then again you should compare this result by evaluating. 5 is greater than 4, it will become 1. 1 is greater than 3, no. Is it true? False. So the result will be 0. Okay, this is the evaluation process for this result. Okay, let us see this. First of all we should group 5 greater than 4. Why? Because it is from left to right, so this is not inside it. Greater than symbol is here, so we should do for both of this. The difference between these two is 1. 1 is greater than 3? No, it's false. So that it is 0. False means the result will be 0. It is in the format of integer. Okay, next can you guess this example? In the similar way, whereas first of all, it will prefer this. If 5 is greater than 2, true, see this. 5 is greater than 2, yes. Then if it is true, then the output will be 1. If 1 is equal to 0, then the output will be false. Why? Because 1 is not equal to 0. The similarly, see this. 5 is greater than 4. Is it true or false? True. Again, it will compare with both of these. If it is false, then the output will be false. Okay. What you have seen until now, we have discussed in the previous classes that variables and data types, and we have discussed what are the operators, and we have discussed the arithmetic operators, precedency and associative and relational operators, and also we have discussed what are the relational operator and precedence. Practice is main important. You can practice each and every problem by observing this class. Okay. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe for more content. In my playlist there is a C playlist and also a Python playlist and also a generative AI playlist. Please watch and like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.